Hello and welcome. Let's see if I get the mic over here. I think I had mic problems yesterday. I think let me know if you can't hear me. Just going to get some things sorted and we'll get started in just a second here. Got a few things we're going to talk about in today's stream. So just going to get some links opened. And welcome everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to the stream. A few things that are going on right now, even though the markets don't look positive, there are some positive things that are going, and we'll talk about those. So thank you for joining the stream. Quick shout out. It's like to start with a shout out. So I got some shout outs over here for people that are active in the community, dropping comments and just showing some support. So I'd like to shout out Kevin K, Andrew Cameron, Kevin Hawthorne, Soul Seeker 777, RT Tyndale. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for being supportive and joining all the time and commenting and all that good stuff. And thank you for everyone else that is joining on the stream today. In today's stream, we're going to be talking about a few things. We're going to be talking about SolanaFloor. They're winding down their services. I don't know if you know this, but we'll just take a quick peek at that and go over it. We're also going to look into the DePIN ecosystem. There is a consolidation and a lot of projects are going to zero and some other projects are starting up. And I just want to take a look at a couple of new projects that are around right now, as well as some other apps that you can install that run in the background that don't cost anything but earn rewards. So kind of like a passive income stream. Not a lot of money in these things, but it's something that I'm running right now that I'm letting it accumulate in the background. And when things pick up, then I can reevaluate with what I want to do with all those tokens. So we'll take a look at that. We're going to also just do a look at the Seeker ecosystem and just check out some new dApps that have just been released, and then answer any questions that you might have. One thing I do want to let you know is that I'm going to be doing just a quick live stream on a wallet that I just received, and it's from OneKey. So I use the OneKey Classic a lot. I also use my Seeker phone. The hardware wallet on this is excellent, but it's just for Solana. So if you want to hold other cryptos, the OneKey Classic is one that they sent to me to review. So I'll be doing that. And I'll just do a quick stream next, probably tomorrow or Friday, so you guys can see what comes in the box. They're letting me give one of those away. So the details on that giveaway will be coming out next week's stream, and I'll let you know a little bit more about that. So if you're interested in that and you want to win a wallet, let me know. Yeah. And what else am I going to be talking about? That's pretty much it. So we'll go over those things, and we'll take a look at what's happening right now. I'll just jump in the comments real quick here. Slick, welcome. Slick2386, thank you for coming. I am going live today a little bit. The time changed this week. I had a lot of running around to do with the family, so kids and stuff. So yeah, we started at 2. I'm going to try to end by 3 p.m. If it goes over a little bit, that's fine. Elon Musk? Welcome. Thank you for joining. Nice username. Righteous. I'm probably butchering that. Thanks for joining. It's going good so far. It's going good. I'm feeling better this week. Last week I got destroyed with a cold, but definitely feeling better. Thanks for asking. Let's pull up the first one. So give me a second here. Now, I don't know if you guys use SolanaFloor. Let me just, there we go. Move some things around. I think this is the way. If you have any problems seeing stuff on the screen, let me know. So SolanaFloor is winding down operations, which kind of sucks because this was a website I would go to regularly just to get some updates on the ecosystem and what's happening. They're usually pretty much on top of it, especially when it came to the Seeker phone itself. They had a section on their website talking about apps and everything else. and also informative information about airdrops. So this was posted on February 23rd, so just a couple of days ago. They've shut down operations effective immediately. They're going to be keeping their websites up and running, and they also have a YouTube channel. They're going to leave that for archival purposes, but there won't be anything new coming out here in terms of information. So if you're using this resource like I was, kind of sucks, but yeah, they're shutting down. And I believe some of the reasons is they can't find their footprint going forward. Also generating revenue. They were operating as a business. So as you know, the market sucks right now, and I'm pretty sure that's impacting this. But yeah, just a quick heads up on that if you're wondering about it. So I'm also going to talk a little bit about DePIN and DePIN projects. Now, some of you guys are interested in that. That's kind of like my base of my YouTube channel. I'm always looking at DePIN projects because I'd like physical devices that have utility, that contribute to a community, and you earn crypto for it as well. It's worked out really well with some projects. A lot of projects have gone to zero. Some new projects have come up. One of the most stable projects that's out there right now is GeoNet. So if you don't know anything about that one, that's definitely a project you might want to take a look at. But a new project right now that's coming out is called FliteGrid. So this is new to me, and it might be new to you as well. So I thought I would just highlight it and let you guys know about this project. I'm not in it. I'm not affiliated with it in any shape, way, or form. I'm always just trying to keep my eyes and ears open for some new interesting projects. And basically what FliteGrid is doing is they're doing drone tracking, and they're doing it in the DePIN space. So you're going to be getting, if you're interested in this project, you'd want to get one of their physical devices. Just get rid of that. And it's going to look like this. This is the antenna. And what it does is it's going to be tracking low-flying objects, drones specifically, in public spaces. And they're trying to fill a gap right now. So SkySafe is the parent company, and they're already operational. So this is a real company that already provides services to airports and public spaces. What they're trying to do with FliteGrid is they're decentralizing that, and they're allowing people to help build a new infrastructure, a decentralized infrastructure. So that's what this is about. I don't know too much about the project because the documentation, I don't believe, is complete. I don't even think this has fully launched yet. If you take a look at the sensor that they're selling, it's not cheap. This one is $950. This is US. And this sort of looks like the helium devices that were deployed. So this is the hardware that you'd want to install high up on a building or a home. You want to have clear visibility of the sky because it's going to be tracking devices that are around drones. And as you're reporting it, I'm assuming, because I haven't done too much research on this, as you're reporting it, it's going to report it to the network. That gets logged and you get rewarded. That's typically how these projects operate. So FliteGrid is a new project that's out there for you to know about. And another one that I heard about, and it's my friends over at Helium Deploy, they were talking about this one. I haven't jumped on this one either. And actually, I can't jump on this one. And that's mostly because of where I physically am. This is called MastChain. And MastChain is crowdsourcing marine vessel tracking data. So very similar in the way that they're gathering data for drones. They're going to be doing it for shipping ships, container ships specifically, and tracking them on the ocean. If you did want to get into this project, you would have to be physically located. At least your antenna would have to be physically located somewhere along a coastline in order to get involved with this. I am not. I'm in the Toronto area, so I'm nowhere near an ocean. So I'm pretty far inland. This is something I can't participate in. Kind of interesting. I don't know if they have the hardware available yet. I know the tokens is supposed to come out sometime later this year. I don't know how useful this project is, and I don't know if the need is actually there for this. It's an industry that's existed for a very long time. So does it need a decentralized version of it? I don't really know. Maybe you can let me know your thoughts on that. But you're able to run a node. So the node would be the device. I don't know if they're allowing you to have a DIY setup for this, or if it's going to be a physical device that you're going to be installing. But something to put on your radar. It's a new DePIN project that's coming out. Global shipping data is valuable. So the niche that it's in is very specific. Anyways, new DePIN project. Thought I'd put that on your radar. And a couple other ones that I've talked about in the past right now. Now, these ones are something that you can already install on your phone. And both of these can be installed on your Seeker phone. They can also be installed on an iPhone. The first one that I'm going to be talking about is 375 AI. This one is processing real-world data that's around you, traffic patterns, environmental signals, connectivity metrics. This project is showing a lot of promise. The token is already live, and you can install this on your phone, and it runs in the background, and you earn something called the EAT token. So the EAT token is already available, and just by having this running in the background of your phone, again, you'd have to trust this project as well, because it is an app running in the background on your phone, but it's gathering data, it's anonymizing it, and it's putting it on the chain. They're taking this data and they're selling it to corporations that actually want it. This is one of those projects that have pivoted and looked for data that's actually being used, and they're monetizing it. So there's a lot of growth that's happening here. And it's something that you can earn right now. So in terms of use, like I don't drive my, I'm not driving all the time. And I work from home. But just to give you an idea, an epoch is every 2 weeks. And just from casual driving around my neighborhood, dropping my kids off, going grocery shopping, going to the gym and all that other stuff, I get about 20 EAT tokens every couple of weeks. So since they went mainnet, I have about 100 and 150 that I can cash out, which I won't. I'm just going to hold on to it because the token itself is down significantly. But this is something that you can earn. And when the market turns around, this is something that might actually have some value to it. So if you haven't installed it and you're considering something that you're looking for, a passive income vehicle, you can definitely take a look at 375 AI. Links for everything I'm talking about is in the description. I highly recommend, before you install anything, go to the website, check it out, do a little bit of research. I installed it on my phone. I have a dedicated phone just for crypto. So not everyone has a dedicated phone just for crypto. My Seeker phone is just that. I don't interact with it in any other way other than crypto. All my private stuff in terms of email, phone calls, and everything else happen on a separate phone. I have an iPhone, and I do that with that. So I'm a little bit paranoid, and I don't. I know some of you guys are as well. So maybe you appreciate that. But if you are looking into installing it, definitely just take a look at the background before you get into it. The second one that I'm going to be talking about is one that I had mentioned before. This one has limited referrals. So I talked to the team and they gave me extra referrals. So I'm allowed to refer up to 50 people per week, but typically you can only refer 10 people per week. And they're trying to keep this group tight knit right now as they go through the development phase. So what CapturGO is doing is a decentralized app for mobility, navigation, and they're also getting real-time traffic data as well. They're also capturing issues like that might happen in, or reporting issues that might happen in the area in terms of potholes or accidents that you can capture and report. I'm not exactly sure how they're going to be giving this information to local authorities or the process for that. But CapturGO is another app that I have running in the background. They don't have a token that's live yet. That will probably happen later on, but what you are doing is accumulating points that will eventually get converted into their token. So this one is extremely early, extremely early. It's still in beta. It's still a little bit buggy, but it's available on iOS and Android. I don't think it's in the Seeker dApp store yet, but it will be soon. Sorry, I can't confirm that it's in the Seeker dApp store yet, but it will be coming. At least they've talked about it coming. They might have a special promotion related to it. So those are a couple of dApps that I wanted to talk about in the DePIN space. And let's just take a look back at the Solana ecosystem. So we'll just pop up the price action over here and just take a look at the chart. And it's been doing really well recently. My big head is in the way. Let me move this around. Or I could just get rid of my head. How do I do this? Nope. Okay, so where is the top dApps? There's a top picks. Okay. So Cherry.fund has a ranking system based on reviews and ratings. And they're ranking the top dApps in the ecosystem right now. So this is useful if you're trying to find out what people are using and what actually might be a useful dApp, because there is a lot of crap that's out there. Jupiter right now is leading the pack. They also have Jitto, Drift. Your Network is one of the apps I use quite significantly, and Save. So if you're looking for a space that is showing where everything is being ranked and its value to the community, this is a really good site. It's tracking right now. It says the top 268. As we know, there's a little over 500. Oh, sorry, I'm on mute. Like, you can hear me now? I'm assuming my sound is good. Maybe when I took myself off the screen, I muted myself. Sorry about that, guys. Amateur moves. Okay, so yeah, this is a great tool if you're looking for new apps, or if you're just looking for useful apps in the Seeker ecosystem. It's also broken down by category. So DePIN, yeah. They sort it by category. It's very similar than just going into the dApp store itself and searching it. But this just gives you sort of an idea of how it's doing in the community overall. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for letting me know. Have I checked out Go mining yet? No, you talked about Go mining last week. I haven't looked into it yet. I will look into Go mining. This name keeps coming up. So are you using Go mining right now? Is it fractional mining? Is that the way it works? I'm not too sure about that, but I'll definitely take a look at it. Yeah, Jay Styles, welcome. Thanks for joining. New dApps in the Seeker ecosystem. So there's a few announcements that took place, and we'll just take a look at those right now. And then you can let me know if it's something that you're interested in, because I'm not 100% sure on some of these. So the first one is called Toaster Trade. Yeah, so I believe Toaster is supposed to be kind of like a social media app. This one's talking about memes in a TikTok format. So it's going to be like a scrolling app to look at memes, I guess, specifically about crypto. I don't know if anyone has tried this one. This is a new app. I haven't checked it out yet, but that was recently launched. There's another one that was recently launched called WeSplit. And here is WeSplit. They have their own token, and splitting expenses is what this app is about. You can install it on your Seeker phone. You can split expenses with your community. It's a different app. Again, I haven't tried this one either, but they do have an ICO that just happened right now. And it's, I guess, somewhat interesting. The next one is actually a credit card. And I'm looking at this because I believe it's available in Canada. This one's called X Place. It's a digital credit card that you can install on your phone. If you're a Seeker holder, there is 20% off the membership. And there is also an XP airdrop allocation that's set aside for Seeker users. That one looks like it has some benefits. So I'm taking a look at this one. I used to use the Cast card, which is a credit card, prepaid Visa, that was available here in Canada. They've since removed all their availability in my country because of regulation and everything else. So we always have problems over here using crypto as a form of payment. I'm going to be trying this one out and seeing if it's any good, and see how we can work out from there. Andrew, welcome. Thanks for joining. I was just talking about you earlier. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, so that's some of the highlights right now in the Seeker space as well as DePIN projects. Like I said, this is going to be just a short stream. I don't know if anyone has any questions. Yeah, we always have problems over here when it comes to transacting. I'm not sure if you're using any of the prepaid Visa cards. They've always been a problem. As soon as they launch here, within a couple of months, they end up removing their services. MastChain for, yeah. MastChain is basically Wingbits for water. Exactly. We're not same device if needed, easy peasy. Oh, so they do have a DIY setup. That is interesting. So I like when they have DIY setups. It lets more people get involved. There's lower cost, and usually, like Wingbits, it was DIY when it first launched, and I was in that. There's usually a lot more benefit. Wingbits hasn't had their TGE yet. They're waiting, and I don't blame them. The market's garbage. But MastChain might be similar in that aspect. I'm just wondering if this is something that we really need. As you know, Jay Styles, the DePIN community is getting torn apart right now, and quite a few projects have gone to zero, and I don't think they're going to survive. So launching a product or a new project in this type of market is very you got to have balls to do something like that. And if they're able to do it and get traction in this market, all the power to them. I hope they do well. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see how they do. I'm not too sure if you're on the coastline. Um, I am too far inland right now to run on MastChain, so it'd be interesting to see that. Yeah, exactly. Wingbits, it's always like one every 50 that end up being a big project, and Wingbits is definitely one of those projects that seem to have done it. They've expanded really well. They're also going to be getting a new DePIN device that's it was already supposed to come out. It was actually supposed to come out sometime in February. I was supposed to be getting one of their new modules that they're going to be selling later in the year. They haven't released it. They haven't shipped it yet. And I'm not really sure if there's a problem with it, or they didn't really give me any information. But when it does come out, I'll showcase it. And if you're interested in that, then I'll let you know more about it. But Wingbits is a good project. Again, like, so I was talking about MastChain, and I was talking about CapturGO, and what was the other one? FliteGrid. FliteGrid is going to be very similar to 4D Sky. They're kind of competing in that space right now by tracking drones. I think drone technology and tracking drones is something that will be needed, even though we haven't really jumped across that hurdle. But if you have the infrastructure in place before that happens, and drone delivery does become a real thing everywhere, that will definitely be needed. Is a decentralized version a good idea? That's to be seen, but I can definitely see a use case for that. Have a big... yeah, that is interesting. So is this the new device you're talking about, Wingbits? Because I think they're having the Wingbits antenna that I'm supposed to be getting soon. I believe it's supposed to resolve a hardware issue that they're having with the previous manufacturer. The antennas, I believe, were getting surges. I think that was the issue. They're getting surges and they were getting knocked offline. So I think it was more of a manufacturing problem that they're trying to overcome, and they're releasing a newer antenna that meets all the requirements and is a lot more durable. So I'm pretty sure that's why they're doing it. I don't think it's anything but that. I think what they want to do is phase out the old hardware because there's a functionality problem with it. Oh, really? In St. Louis? I know there's some places in the United States, yeah, that they're doing it. I've seen some comical videos of them crashing all over the place, but I'm sure that's only happened a few times. But the memes are pretty good. Drone delivery doesn't seem to be a real thing here in Canada yet. We have a lot of hurdles when it comes to regulatory and regulations. But yeah, drone delivery definitely seems like one of those things that will be the part of the future, especially if Amazon keeps going full on. So yeah, so that's like, again, this is just a quick update on everything that's happening right now with Seeker, just what's going on in the DePIN space right now. Not a lot to talk about, guys. That's probably a good thing. I don't really want to throw garbage at you. The projects I've talked about, the only reason why I'm mentioning them is because I do think that there's a possibility that they could get some traction and grow. Again, I am not involved with any of those projects. I'm like you, I'm a spectator. With the apps, I have them installed and I'm hoping they do well. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah. Anyways, that's it for today's stream. That's it for today's stream. I hope it's somewhat useful. I hope this information does help you. And I'm going to try to gather a lot more information for next week's stream. I was sick for the last week, so it took me some time to get past that. So my head is still a little bit fuzzy. But I'll have a little bit more details on that. And we'll take a look at some new dApps that are dropping and what Seeker is going to be doing next with a dApp store, because there's a few things that I've heard about, and we'll get into that next week, as well as there is going to be a giveaway for the One Key Classic wallet. They're giving me a couple of those that I can give to my viewers. So look out for that. I'll post it on X, and I'll also post it on YouTube. So thanks for joining, guys. Hope you have a good one. Catch you on the next one.